If you came to this video, chances are you're feeling those naughty urges again. So today, I'm gonna be breaking down 8 points for you so you can stop gooning once and for all. Most people never do number 8, and when they grow up and have a family, their kids catch them watching corn. So make sure you watch to the end. Point number 1, you're not addicted to corn. You're addicted to escape. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat down and just let your thoughts run wild? Well, not like that, but you know what I mean. When's the last time you just sat down and just been present with yourself? Likely, it's not often, not in a while. It just hasn't been in a while. The reason you keep on watching this corn, you keep on getting those rocks off, you keep on watching these pixels on the screen, these IG models, the TikTok thirst traps, the YouTube toy compilations. Yeah, I know you. I know you're kind. I used to be one of them. The reason you keep doing this is because you're trying to escape reality. You're trying to escape your current situation right now. Now, how do we go about, countering this? Well, we'll talk about that. But you need to understand really what's going on. The reason you keep on indulging is because maybe, oh, financing. I said finance. What the hell did I even say? I just spoke in tongues. Finances, right? Your finances probably not on point. You're sitting there, you're struggling with finances, you're struggling to pay some bills, maybe rent due if you're older. Or if you're younger, hey, you just don't get it like that, And you're trying to cope with reality by watching corn because, hey, I don't have money to, go take a girl out, or I don't have enough money to quote unquote show off, so I can't get girls, and that's not even the real reason you're not getting girls. You feel me? But yeah, you're like, okay, financial pressure. Maybe not even that. It's your mental. You're you think you're not capable of obtaining the woman you want, obtaining the life you want. So now you're coping by watching corn. You're not addicted to corn. You're not addicted to corn. You're addicted to escaping reality. Excuse me. We finna do this in one take, so I'm not finna cut this. So that leads me to point number 2. Let's talk about it. Point number 2, the loop you're stuck in. Here's probably the loop you're stuck in. You go in your room, okay, you laying down in bed, oh man, it's been one hell of a day. You lay down in that bed, you hop on that phone, and you get to scrolling. It seems so innocent at first. It seems like, hey, I'm just gonna scroll on this phone, just scrolling. I'm not doing anything, I'm genuinely just on social media, but then guess what? Guess what you start to see? You start to see some thirst traps. You start to see those IG models. You start to see a lot of inappropriate content. And in your mind, you know you shouldn't be watching it, but you said one quick peek won't hurt. And guess what? You're you're back in the loop. Now you're getting these urges, these thoughts. And you're thinking, oh man, you sit there, you figured it for it low key. You say, fuck it. Then you go grab the lotion and you go bust one on. And maybe you don't even grab the lotion. You go bare hand, bare knuckle, and you just let that motherfucker go. You're dry handling your shit. I'm telling you, this is probably what you're going through. And I'm only able to tell you this because I've been through it and I'm open enough to tell you this. So now I'm trying to help you escape it the same way I did. Okay? And that leads me to point number 3. Now you understand probably the loop or the cycle you're in. You keep continuously doing it. You feel like shit after. Let's talk about the next part. Point number 3. What is it really costing you? Let's talk about it. Understand what this is really costing you. You sit there, you watching all this corn all day. When you go into the real world, you don't think that shows in the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you conduct yourself, the way you can't even socialize with people normally, because now in the back of your mind, you think that they know that you were watching that corn. And let me tell you, women are very observant. I don't know how, but I feel like they can tell. It's like it's in the way you talk. You seem nervous. You don't want to make eye contact. It's like you're giving off traits of somebody who's a creep. You're staring at their asses. You keep on looking at their chest and not their eyes. Like they know when you're over sexualizing them. They know, and they probably like, he's probably watching a lot of corn. He's probably a fucking creep. Like they have these ideas and thoughts. It's like they know what's going on, right? So you have to just think of it like that. And how about this? Not even that. Think about the time it's costing you. Think about how much time you could have put into maybe what? editing some videos if you're a content creator, maybe getting some work done if you're a business person, maybe you in school studying, maybe you trying to pursue some type of passion, it's taking time away from that. Maybe you're supposed to go to the gym, now you're not going to the gym, you're not reading, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, now your day's set back, your time management is fucked. And now you're sitting here like, I wonder why. You know why. Let's not sit here and act like you don't know why this is happening. This is what it's costing you. It's costing you your life. It's costing you the life that you genuinely want to have. But this coin just keeps setting you back. The urges keep getting to you. You keep giving into it. That's the problem. You see, I'm not saying it's not wrong to feel the way you're feeling. Of course, we all have urges. We're human, goddammit. But you have to understand something here. Discipline is important. Discipline is key. You can't keep sitting here and just keep and getting these loads off every time you feel the urge. Control yourself. What you have is a lack of self-control, a lack of discipline. And honestly, it seems like you want to let your dreams and the life you want fade away if you keep indulging in this. That's what this is costing you. You say you want to be a millionaire. You say you want to be making all this money. You say you want to be doing all of these great things in life, but you keep on letting this lust control you and your life as is today. Why? Why do you keep doing that to yourself, man? You really got to ask yourself, why am I doing this to myself? Think about what this is really costing you. And that leads me to my next point. Point number 4, man. Point number 4. Why you're hooked. Understand why you're hooked. Okay, let's break down the science of this. Every time you watch another video, let me slow it down because now I'm stuttering. Every time you watch another video, you're scrolling, you know what I'm saying? You're watching video, you're spiking dopamine, right? You keep on seeing these people get it on, and think about that. You're watching people get it on. So you're literally on the sidelines. Imagine 2 people are like in a bed, right? And you're just in the corner. Keep going. Keep going. That's how you look. That's really what's going on. But you don't understand it. But you sit there like, no, it's on the screen. Think about that though. In real time, that's what's going on. You're basically sitting in a corner where they can't see you, and you're just and really they can see you because they know the camera's there. They know that's you. They know that's you, and you keep on doing it. So let's understand why you're hooked. Every time you get your rocks off, you watch another video, you're spiking dopamine. And when you continuously spike that dopamine, guess what happens? It starts to become a habit because your body, your brain is associated with something that feels good, and you keep doing it over and over, it becomes a habit, right? And usually this habit is ingrained in us at a young age. For me, it was about 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? I saw that Tory compilation. And that led me to all the rabbit hole of over-sexualized and naughty content. And now here I am today trying to give you this game and trying to help you not go as far as I did, because I've been in situations, y'all. Got in myself into situations I almost got shot before thinking with my dick, you know? Because yeah, I mean, I was also watching porn, but then I was also dealing with real women, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was leading with lustful intentions, and that was fucking me up. So when you constantly spike that dopamine in your head, you feel me? You keep on spiking it, boom, it starts to become a habit. And if you keep on doing it, the more harder that habit is to break, the more ingrained it will be in your mind. That's why it seems so hard for you to stop doing this, because every time you try to stop, it's like, it's like your body's telling you, no, you should do this, even though you know you shouldn't. But you've been doing it so much, your body has associated it with something that should be done. And now you're like, okay, fuck it, then you go do it, and you feel like shit after. You feel so shitty, you know. Then you go a few days without it, and then guess what? Boom, right back to the cycle. And it's damn near a never-ending cycle. That's what it feels like, and it feels so shitty. Now you understand, you know, why you're hooked, what's really going on. So that leads me to the next point. Hope y'all getting some value from this. And if you're getting some value from this, make sure you drop 100 in the comments down below. It's gonna let me know you tuned in. Point number 5. You're in a spiritual warfare. Listen, y'all, what you're dealing with is lust. What is lust? A strong, like immense sexual desire, right? It's like uncontrollable sexual desire. You're just, you know, you're in a state of mind of just want to fuck you. That's how it is, right? And you're looking at these women like that, you know, like they're just pieces of meat. So, why is this such a bad thing? Listen, Lust is one of the seven deadly sins. It's the third one in specific, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it's one of the seven deadly sins. It's led many men to their downfall. It's led many people to making dumb decisions. Like I just told you, I almost got shot before. I've been in situations I couldn't even get up for a girl before. I've been in situations I drove like damn near 2 hours just to get some, just for her to tell me, oh, um, so and so is home, you can't come, don't come. I'm telling y'all, I've been in so many dumb situations because I was thinking lustfully. That's why it's so important to understand what's really going on and actually take action to stop doing and indulging in this bullshit. Seriously. Because once you keep indulging in it, I'm gonna be real with you, you're gonna fuck your life up. You're going to fuck your life up. So many people are going through this today and they think, oh, well, this is just a normal part of life. Look at the content. Look at the content that's going around today. All this over sexualized content, these quote unquote 20v1s, it's a lot of, 20 women walk in, so, they can choose. And then it's okay, do a 360. Let me see that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, come here, baby. Yeah, I like, can I grab that? I know you know that side of YouTube when I'm talking about that over sexualized side of YouTube. And not even just with YouTube, it's in the movies. And it's in these, these events, the way people talk, the way people do things. The term going in. What the hell did going in even come from? I'm gonna be real with you. I just heard about it on social media. But seriously. And that, my friend, is because this is a spiritual warfare. Lust is one of the seven deadly sins, meaning this is this is a fight between the power down below and the higher power, the lower power and the higher power. You need to understand what's really going on nowadays. There are a lot of succubuses out here, right? If you're a man, you're dealing with a woman. I've dealt with women where they literally told me, I don't want, no type of connection with you. I only just want to fuck. I only just want to get my rocks off. And at the time, I'm thinking, okay, that's good. That works for me. But guess what happened? Guess what happened? While I was doing that, I started to understand something. Wow, this woman is just fucking all of these different people, and I'm another one. That gives me a chance to fuck around and get her pregnant, catch an STD, and then I'm just fucking and just doing this with this woman, and she just doesn't care. She has no morals, no values. Her habits are fucked up. She's out partying, drinking, smoking, doing all of this bullshit. She's not adding value to my life. She's distracting me. Y'all have to understand, women can be your greatest distraction. A lot of y'all are dealing with succubuses in disguise. I'm a God-fearing woman. Nah, that's a cover-up. Look at her actions. Look at her habits. Look at what she really does. And I'm not saying she has to be perfect, but goddamn it, there needs to be more positive than negative. That's all I'm saying. We all got flaws. We all have flaws. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Sometimes I fall back into lust and I'll call up a girl, make a dumb decision. But, you know what I'm saying? The more and more I grow and learn, I'm only 19, but the more and more I grow and learn, I'm like, yo, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't even be doing that. Nah, let me go ahead and focus on this. I'm supposed to go hit up this girl, I think about last night. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. Let me go ahead so I can wake up and, have a productive day. Like, you have to make sacrifices, right? So just understand, we're in a spiritual warfare. There's a lot of, like, fights between the higher power and the lower power. And every time you give into lust, you're voting for the man down below and not the man up above. I don't know if you believe in the higher power, but I'm just letting you know what's really going on. All right? And that leads me to my next point, right? I'm cooking. Come on now, y'all. We going through them. We going through them. Point number 6. What do you do when the urge hits? We all get the urges. Now, we've understood that, this is not good for us. It can distract us. It's a very vital thing that will fuck us up in the long run. How do we defend against this? Let me tell you. Whenever you get this urge, you need to do something. I recommend moving your body, man. Like going to the gym. Maybe you hit the gym already. Okay, putting that like sexual energy into your craft, because that's energy. You have to understand, when you get those urges, that's energy. You have energy to do things. Use that energy for the right things, though. Don't just use it. Then you bust it all out, and then guess what? Now you feeling tired, drained, hopeless, and you're feeling fucking shitty. No, 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 no. What you need to do is focus that energy into something more purposeful. For me, it's content creation. I'm shooting these videos. I'm helping you defend against this, or I'm doing entertainment videos, while I'm out there, you feel me, editing videos. I'll be raising up girls. I'll be doing some spontaneous content. But now I'm really starting to shift away from a lot of that because I was starting to understand I was creating from a lustful state of mind, right? So now I'm aware and now I'm kind of changing up the way I'm doing certain things. I'm not just trying to include girls in every piece of content I put out on my entertainment channel no more. Of course, I still do that. I love to talk to women, love to socialize, but I'm not leading with a lustful intent. So you just gotta find things that you really love to do, right? Find your passions, your purpose. And usually you find your purpose by really going with what God has planned for you. For me, it was this. I was always thinking about putting myself on camera, giving game to the world. It'd be those little small ideas. You just got to take action on them. Take action and just keep going with it. And you don't know how far it can take you. I grew on Instagram to 100K followers in like 5 months, 100K on TikTok to 100K on TikTok in 3 months. And, we still at, as of today, like about around 4,000 subscribers. But I know it's a process. So it's just important to channel that energy into other things. You don't want to just be sitting there wasting your time doing all of this bullshit, watching this corn. You up at 3, 4, 5 a.m. doing this, and you should have been asleep. And at 5, you should have been waking up, and you could have been pursuing and taking advantage of the day when so many people were sleeping doing that. Like, you just gotta look at it from that point of view. You don't want to be that person 30, 40, 50 years old and you still doing this and you're not where you're supposed to be because that was your downfall. Lust will be your downfall if you let it. And it's not just corn, it's women as well. But we trying to emphasize the point of corn today. We're gonna talk about that more in future videos. I actually got a video on that coming out next. But understand that you need to truly understand this can fuck up your life if you let it. That's why it's important to control it. Channel that energy into other places, more productive places. Working out, gym, reading, journaling, something else. Why do you want to do that? Stop doing that. Just don't do it. All right. Now that leads me to the next point. We going through like a mud, y'all. All right. Point number 7: shift your identity. You need to become a person who no longer needs it. Now I want to let you know something here. You're always going to be dealing with lust. This is a never-ending war until the day you die, right? Because as humans, we are sinful. We are sinful creatures. So, and one of those sins for you may just be lust. It may be the other ones, but we're trying to emphasize this point. You may have indulged in this from a young age, and you were doing it so much, and now it is to where you are now, and you're trying to get rid of it, and you're just trying to live a better life without it. The reason you keep struggling with it was because you indulged in it at such a young age, and now it's compounded over time, the compound effect to where you are now. That's why you're struggling with this. So, what we need to start doing is shifting your identity. You now need to become a person who no longer needs that anymore. You need to become a person worthy of a better life. The type of person who doesn't need all of that corn, who doesn't need to goon, who doesn't need to look at women as pieces of meat so you can get your rocks off to and just, no, bro. You gotta stop doing that, man. Like, seriously, I know I'll be joking a lot and laughing, but this is actually a serious thing. It's holding a lot of people back. You probably could have been a millionaire last year. Real shit. But you was letting that time go away. You was wasting all that time. You could have been the biggest in whatever you wanted to do. Maybe it was music, content. You was trying to paint. You was trying to sing. You was trying to run this business. You probably could have been a lot more ahead if you weren't giving time to this corn, gooning, doing all of that shit, chasing women. You could have been so much farther, but we can't look back at that past. We have to focus on the present. It's a gift, and that's why it's called the present. So let's focus on the now. What can we do now? Let's shift that identity. Become the type of person who wakes up early, goes to the gym, reads journals. Why do I always talk about gym, reading, and journaling? Gym to get your body on point, and it also has your mind. It builds that iron mind for you because you do it early in the morning. It's like, damn, I don't want to do this early in the morning, but you still do it anyway. Oh, you building discipline. You reading so you can go ahead and process things better. You feel me? You're journaling so you can, you know, put your thoughts onto paper so you can have better clarity. Reading also helps you, articulate better. If you're reading out loud, meditating so you can be present in a moment more, be okay with your thoughts. A lot of people got some negative thoughts going on inside their head, you know. So just doing things like that to shift your identity and becoming the person that you want to become, I'm telling you, it's gonna help you so much. And that leads me to point number, hold on, I don't want to mess it up. Point number 8. Join the community. Now, if you made it this far, you now understand that this lust, these feelings of trying to go on and do all these things, is not good for you. So, you need to join a community. Get around people who can influence you to do better, who can hold you accountable, who can help you with this. So, what community can I join? Come on now, I'm gonna say mine. CEO Empire, my school community, man. I created this to help men quit porn and stop chasing women so they can build real confidence and attract high value women. But always remember, we're not putting an emphasis on the women. We're trying to make sure we're disciplined and not distracted. That's the goal, man. So we can obtain. Ooh, bitch. So we can obtain the life we want. I had to knock that bug out. So, if you're someone struggling with porn, or maybe you're struggling to stop chasing women, go ahead and join my school community so you could build real confidence and obtain high value women. And as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch one of these videos on the screen wherever it is. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.